5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And it's game time again. ConX5 here. DM Sateca 1-on-1 tournament. Sulaco versus skAven. This will be winner's bracket round 3, I believe. The semifinals of the winner's bracket. This will be map 2. We just saw skAven pulling ahead on Sulaco there. Kind of going back and forth. Map control bounced around a few times. And like we've seen all tournament though, the person that was able to make the best effective use of their armor control is really what made the big difference there. You see Sulaco trying to steal that 100 again. Actually manages to... Did they both get a kill? Yeah, okay. They didn't know somebody killed themselves maybe. We saw a shock and flak sort of double KO right there. Pretty rare. But Sulaco able to negate that 100 armor, so that's a win in his book, but he's going to go down again. And let's see what he can do to try to cut off skAven and not get too far behind here too quickly. Well, skAven right now, his shock game is really just on point. And while this isn't a map that really encourages, you know, the plucking and plinking, just kind of long range pot shots, it's certainly possible. And anytime you can juggle people around, it's going to be effective. What Sulaco needs to do is make sure that he can get in his face. Like I'd like to see Sulaco have rockets in his hands right now instead of shock rifle. skAven picks up 100 armor, back to 150. Oh, and a nice combo right there. Taking him out of that middle area. Misses his jump though, so he's going to miss out on some vials because of that. But he's still got heavy armor control here. Gets broken down a bit. Sulaco did a pretty good job last game of trying to break down skAven after he got, you know, really big stacks of armor and health. Just wasn't able to convert his own stacks into kills. And so we saw him again, once again right there, skAven grabbing a bunch of armor, but Sulaco predicting his movement and doing a bunch of damage, but not converting anything into kills. So this next 100 armor should be up in just about 10 seconds. And it looks like skAven fighting on that flak and link side, which you've seen a lot of players prefer. Sulaco sneaks in behind, flaks him in the back. So a good smart move by Sulaco. I don't know if he necessarily knew that skAven likes to go to that side, but he definitely snuck in behind him. And we're seeing him using unpredictability to his advantage here. Oh, and a nice double flak ball right there. Basically a blind juggle by Sulaco. So this is when he needs to be aggressive. He shoots him through that teleporter. Doesn't want to get telefrags, waits patiently. Only down by 1 now. He's got a huge health advantage still. Oh, he misses the chance for a spawn kill right there as he jumps right off the platform. He needs to keep his composure right now and keep timing. I think the 50 armor is going to be his next objective. But if he can get another kill on skAven, then armor be damned as far as he's concerned. He will be heading down to that 100 armor soon, though. It spawns in about 8 seconds, I believe. Ooh, it takes a ton of damage from the rockets. And skAven's just going to sit on that, so while he does concede a kill there, he does keep that 100 armor away. So now Sulaco back to base health, picking up some vials, but that was basically a calculated move by skAven there, just hoping he could get that in his hands before he got killed. Sulaco now, I don't think he wants to get into shock battles with skAven. Based on what I'm seeing, skAven is just hitting a lot more of his hit scan at the moment. So I think he's better off trying to be unpredictable, trying to catch him in situations like this where he can hit him with flak balls. Doesn't work out for him, but I think that's the kind of fight that Sulaco wants to get in. That's the kind of situation that he wants to force. So, you know, while it didn't work out for him, and indeed skAven just shock taped him right out of that alleyway, it was still good positioning. I think that's what we need to see more from Sulaco if he wants to try to take a map here and even out this match. 100 armor soon. We'll see if Sulaco, he likes to drop down there. He was a little bit late on that one. So not even able to get any damage output. So that's a mistake by Sulaco. Not only does he give up the 100 armor, but doesn't even do any damage to help negate it. And skAven just jumps right after him, able to take him out with that flak. skAven takes some damage though. He's not super stacked now. So Sulaco in okay position to fight his way back, but it's going to need to start picking up some of these objectives more. Ooh, rockets just miss. So skAven now back to 61 health. Not sure what Sulaco is doing here. Couldn't tell what Sulaco was doing there. I don't know if maybe he was trying to damage himself to take those health packs away from skAven, perhaps. Not unheard of. Ooh, but sneaking up behind skAven. I think skAven expected him to come back through that chimney drop-off, and so Sulaco actually using his own sort of tactics against him. Trying to be unpredictable, and again, on the map that you can move around like this, where predictability can make you take a ton of damage without getting a chance to retaliate. Unpredictability can be very, very important. We just saw Sulaco basically steal a 100 armor right there because of it. Now he needs to turn that into some kills here, as he's got a bunch of damage coming out. You can get one more shot, it should be a kill. Oh, not able to do it. skAven down to 25 health. If Sulaco can chase him down, he should be able to take him out, but I think that's a big if right now, as skAven's moving very effectively around this map. Still got some time on 100 armor. I think skAven's going to get there and try to anticipate by listening. Yep. Anticipates right where Sulaco's going to go. Able to line up that headshot and take him out. You saw that. That's a smart move by skAven. He got to the 100 armor early and listened for footsteps and pickups to get an idea of what was possible from his opponent there. So skAven grabbing that 50. Once again, trying to just listen for Sulaco, but Sulaco in the meantime has had plenty of time to pick up vials. He's already up to 140. skAven has kind of been conceding those. We've actually seen him do that. He's been skipping vials, I guess to be covert, so that Sulaco doesn't know where he's going. But of course, that means that you're giving your opponent a chance to help negate the armor advantage that you have. Oh wow, Sulaco tries to get through there, but skAven predicts that shot very nicely. 150 armor now, looking real good to chase down Sulaco for some kills. Piston coming out by Sulaco. That's not going to do a whole lot of damage though. Still looking pretty much stacked here. And this is where Sulaco needs to, or excuse me, where skAven needs to try to put this game out of reach by doing on a run right here. But Rocket's coming all in. Sulaco once again doing a great job of breaking down skAven's armor stack right there. skAven backing up and doing a nice little spike damage with that lightning gun. So he's going to have the advantage fighting over this next 100 armor. However, it'll be interesting to see if he decides to go after some of these vials. He's kind of been negating him. He's basically been playing the armors in the middle of the map and hasn't been picking up so much of the vials. See him actually skipping vials there so that his Sulaco doesn't know where he is. And that costs him 100 armor right there as Sulaco sneaks in, grabbing it, takes a ton of damage. He actually has the health advantage right now and grabs that 50 armor for good measure. If he gets into a one-on-one fight with skAven, he can certainly win this. Takes an LG out. If he can get a minigun on him, he can win. He can kill him right now and try to go on a run. Running a little bit low on time right now. You see him trying to predict. The problem with that is skAven hasn't been grabbing these vials, so a little bit of a, prediction commitment right there isn't really going to work whenever they haven't been doing that. Sulaco's still kind of taking his time here. I think he needs to force the issue. He had the health and armor advantage, like we see. skAven's still down to 65 health. If he can get a lightning gun, minigun, anything, he can take him down pretty quickly. skAven now in position for that 100. Sulaco behind him, but just a bit too late. It's going to get him down here, but not enough to kill him. If he had gotten there 2 seconds earlier, he would have taken him and taken that 100 armor. 10 health remaining for skAven, so pretty much anything else would have killed him. Oh, and a nice rocket coming in there to get that kill. Let's watch Sulaco try to be aggressive here. He's going to need to be very, very aggressive. Not quite suicidally kamikaze, style aggressive yet, but it's getting close to panic time as he's running out of time here. And of course, he doesn't want to get knocked down to that loser's bracket where it's best of one, and you lose one map, you're out. He's going to set up for this 100 armor pretty early. I think he's going to go ahead and grab these vials and head back down for it. So now he's got 165. Anticipating skAven coming back through for that flag. Doesn't happen. Maybe, okay, so he's going to grab 50, stack himself all the way back up. He pretty much has everything except 100 armor right now. So maybe he was conceding that. in order to get himself ready for a one-on-one fight. He's certainly prepared for it. Does more damage than he takes. Actually has the advantage right now. So if he can get up in skAven's face... Oh, and he does a ton of damage there, but so does skAven. So both players really low right now, but this is a room. Nice shot there. Nice rocket shooting at the back of him to get that splash damage. skAven wants to get into hit scan battles in these more wide open rooms. Sulaco needs to avoid this. He needs to back up, get more health, and hopefully make a play on this next 100 armor. Being chased, but both of these players are very good at maneuvering this map. So trying to chase down for something close range like Link, gonna be tricky. I mean, that's one of the aspects of a tight, smaller map like this. It's pretty easy to break line of sight. Oh, and Sulaco out of position there, loses that 100 armor and goes down. That's really going to hurt any kind of momentum he was building there, as skAven's going to be in good shape to get another kill out of this. Those health packs are not there. Oh, a nice flat comes out, so Sulaco reversing his fortunes, but still down to 23 health. He's going to grab this 50 armor and needs health right now. Oh, LG shot comes in. Armor doesn't do you any good if you're too low on health. So still only an 8 frag lead. 7 frag lead make it. Sulaco doing a little bit of shock taping of his own. Really needs to start making plays on these 100 armors, I think. Doing a ton of damage. Both sides coming in, so Sulaco doing a ton of damage to skAven, but he's still got 50 health now. I think he grabbed some of those health packs. Coming down. He's in a vulnerable position. These rockets can take him out, but Sulaco needs either a kill or the 100 armor, preferably both. Doesn't get the 100 armor. Does a ton of damage, but not able to convert the kill. He needs to be aggressive in following this up if he wants to have a chance to get anything out of this, though. Not able to do it. So Sulaco there, anticipating that skAven would go straight to the 50 armor to try to, continue controlling those objectives. He doesn't, and he ends up having a bunch of downtime there, waiting for him to try to get a prediction shot on him. So skAven there doing a good job himself of being unpredictable. We've seen Sulaco try some cheeky moves here, but skAven winning the Battle of the Mines at that time, and able to jump back into that more wide open room and just kind of shock tape him down. This is again what skAven wants to do. I think that's his biggest advantage over Sulaco, would be his hit scan ability. Down to 33 health, but he's right by health pack, so... Oh, and right, perfect timing jumping on that 100 armor. It's just... Sulaco's been so close to getting kills with skAven right now, but skAven is doing a good job of understanding the math and knowing when he has the advantage. He can pull out Link at the same time as Sulaco and still win. Now he's cutting him off and just doing tons of damage, and with 2 minutes left, that's going to do it. So skAven will move on to play against Zill in the winner's bracket final. Winner of that, of course, will be top seed in the grand final. Sulaco here is going to play in a loser's bracket match. I don't remember off the top of my head who it is. I think it might be F51. You see those 100 armors going entirely to skAven. 50 armors evenly split, health more or less evenly split, but when you're losing all those 100 armors, just not going to do you any favors. And we saw how many times skAven was close to death, and that 100 armor just saved him from going down. So in the final minute here, I'm actually going to watch Sulaco jump around here, see if he can get any kind of sort of redemption kills here, because he still has another match to play. So, even though you're kind of being dominated here, you don't want to let that affect your mentality. You want to go out on a high note and use these last couple minutes as effectively a warm-up mode for your loser's bracket match, because you can still make your way into the grand finals. It's double elimination. He has to win a couple one-map matches, and he could potentially get another shot at skAven in the grand finals.
30 seconds left.
We see a ton of damage output by Sulaco, kind of the story of the match. Putting all that damage out, and skAven still has 8 armor and 85 health, and that's kind of just what we've seen the whole time. skAven really locking down that 100 armor,
4, 3.
And so while the health was more or less evenly split and the 50 armor was pretty much split, Hunter making all the difference. skAven the winner here. He'll move on to the winner's bracket finals. Sulaco down to the loser's bracket. And we'll see what match we have coming up next.